The short interest is going up again. It's no wonder why Nano Dimension and all of these other stocks are beating us. I want to go over why the insane increase in, 7 million short shares in just like, 1-2 weeks. I want to go over what the hell that means and why and how it affects the stock price and your shares making money or losing money. And I want to go over a theory of mine about why the hell this is actually happening. Why are the shorts so determined to push us way down, and what it means for tomorrow and Friday? And we've got the short borrow fee rate. I want to go over all the details. We also are going to go over 2 new listings today for job listings, manager of quality, and we have one other one down there as well. I want to go over the business expansion proof and why this is more important than everyone thinks, because no one cares about how many lists, how many people they're hiring. They don't understand that this is literally proof of business expansion and more work being done, more work needing to be done, which means there's higher demand, which means likely more sapphires and more jobs and more things that they're doing. For example, the 5 large clinical studies, Sapphire 2.0, nano nozzle, CLI lab, prenatal market expansion, yada yada. You know the deal. All right, we're gonna go over that. We're gonna go over some details there, and I also want to go. We're gonna do this in a whole nother video, but I want to give you the quick summary of this horrible article that was by this journalist, right? I mean, if you can even call this a journalist, this is more like a fantasy series of what this person wants Bionano to be, but it's just not real. This is a fiction article here, and it's absolutely horrible to look at things from one side. So I want to go over that stuff, and we have a new tweet today. Okay, there's not much news today, but I do want to go over what we had today, and I also want to recap what we had the last 2 days, because those 2 tweets are actually very important. And the Russell 3000 reconstitution happening at the close, or technically after the close. I want to go over actually what the jargon is there, what the quote is there, so you can be prepared for what the hell is going to happen with the Russell 3000 adding and buying BNGO. And of course, the technical analysis and my portfolio and how many shares I own of BNGO, how many shares is that of my total account here, and all that. So starting off with the short interest though, right? So we're up 2.71% of the day. Almost 20% of the free float currently sold short 90 covered. And remember, the free float, the shares outstanding is about 278 million. The float is about 276 million. So I want to say something, guys, and I want to look at the total short interest from legit NASDAQ data, right? 38 million shares as of the last publication date, which was the 28th of May. Publication date was the 9th of June. Sorry, settlement date was 28th of May. Okay. 38 million. What do you notice about today's short interest? 52 million, okay? The shorts have tried since May 28th, according to Ortest, right? Technically it could be wrong, but it's probably not, okay? It's the best we're working with. Since the 28th, shorts have tried absolutely everything. They have doubled down since $6 a share. They've added, 12 million shares? 14 million shares-ish? Short. The fact of the matter is, the short share availability, by and large, okay, right now it's pretty high, but this is actually not. This okay, Fintel's data, they get. I trust Ortest's data a lot more, because Ortest's data comes from many more exchanges and markets than Fintel's does. But the short share availability usually is very low. Right now it's not extremely low, but the short borrow fee rate is extremely high, which is exactly what you want. What this means is that because there are more short shares in demand, there's more demand for those short shares, it's becoming harder to borrow for them. That's why this rate is actually going up. This means that there's more shorts out there, and this coincides absolutely perfectly with the Ortex data, which is that the short interest is absolutely exploded, right? I mean, you're looking at 5%. Okay, this was never even 3%. In early June or early May, okay? No, it was not. This has increased exponentially, and what this tells you is that, a lot of shorts are already in the red, and you guys know the short interest spiel, but I just want to tell you, I mean, these are not changes that we can neglect. They're not negligible. I also want to go over the listings here. So, manager of quality, there's nothing big here. I do think that it is business expansion proof, and I want to do a whole video explaining why I actually think it's so big. So that's the first one, manager of quality, right? Implementation, development of kind of stuff, quality systems. Okay, there's not much interesting stuff here. There's nothing really cool with these 2 actual listings. But if we look at the other one here, research, associate assays and reagents, sample prep. Now this is actually kind of important, and it just shows you that they're trying to hire for the 5 large critical studies that we have coming out soon, right? They need more people for them, so it just tells you they're on the way, they're working on it, they're getting more people for it, business expansion. So you like to see it. More job listings. I mean, I think Bionano's management knows what they're doing. Okay, I really do truly think this management, I think Eric and the C-suite has tried to build a team that is going to, change the world and put their company in the most auspicious position possible to revolutionize stuff. So when they hire people, I think it's a good thing, okay? But at the end of the day, it depends on if these hirings are worth it, right? It's more expensive short term, but is it worth it for the revenue increases mid and long term? This article, to sum it up, okay, basically, let me just read the bottom line for you, like the last thing, okay? the stock shouldn't have rallied over the past month. That much is clear. I want to just debunk one of these. So this guy basically makes the argument that because there's a high shares outstanding and that there's also, or girl, Alex, I guess could be either. There's a high shares outstanding, and the profitability has not really gotten better since last year. He basically makes the argument that the wild ways of the internet explains it, right? The explanation likely lies in the wild ways of the internet, right? I mean, it's not, we've done so. I mean, to neglect all of the fundamental increases in value of the company throughout from quarter one last year to quarter one this year. That just tells you exactly why this person's article here is just complete bullshit, to be honest with you. So I will debunk this entire thing in another video just because I do think it's worth it just because of the laughs. And I really like clearing up misinformation. So this article is complete misinformation, in my opinion. All right, and then we got the tweet here. I do want to go over, this is nothing. This is just an old tweet. Okay, this is from, I do like their marketing, right? They're consistently tweeting. I love that. January 26th. But that's old, right? January 26th, we want new stuff. But we did have this thing yesterday. This is June 22nd, and this is a new presentation that's going to be going on about FSHD detection with the Sapphire. And we also have this other doctor. This was the day before, June 21st. Another doctor presenting on June 30th as well. So we got two new presentations to look forward to. I like that. And I want to go over the Russell Reconstitution actual quote here. So for right here, okay, so June transition month, right? June is a month of preliminary reconstruction portfolio, yada, yada. Okay, the newly reconstituted indexes take effect after the market close June 25th. So right after the market close June 25th, it should be the same as the MSCI index edition, right? Right at that tick 160003 or 1601, 16.1, whatever it is, right? Right after the market close, they're going to be adding shares on June 25th, to my understanding, okay? Because the reconstituted indexes take effect after the market close. So to my understanding, that's what it's going to be. And this is obviously talking about the Russell 3000. So yeah, this is talking about the Russell US indexes here. So yeah, for the Russell 2021 reconstitution calendar for Russell US indexes, and that includes the Russell 3000. So to my understanding, that is what we're going to be looking at, the 25th right here. They're going to be adding shares this Friday after the close to BNGO. Buying shares, not adding shares. Okay, they're not issuing any more shares. They're not doing an offering. No. Some people were freaking out about that one time on the stream, but no, they're going to be buying shares. Before we go to the technical analysis, I want to talk about the theory I have about the short interest, okay? I think one scenario is that the shorts know that we picked up some momentum. We've got earnings coming in. They've seen our community, and they've seen other BNGO communities, StockTwits, Reddit, probably not our Discord, but they've seen the BNGO interest and short squeeze potential. They've seen the short interest increase. They've seen the 5 large studies. They've seen the China Sapphire sales, maybe COI Lab, nanonozzle stuff. Maybe they've seen some of this stuff recently, and maybe they know that the Russell 3000 Index Edition is going to be the thing that sends this over the top and starts to squeeze. Maybe that is why they've been so determined on since mid-April 15th, right? Literally since April 15th to just hammer, especially the last few weeks, right? Especially since we got this big move, to just absolutely apply as much selling pressure as humanly possible to the stock. And that's, honestly, I think if they had not done this, we may already be at $10. I think the Russell 3000 as a pre-anticipatory run, right, running up before the actual event, like in the good old days, that like the 5-day consortium, well, kind of like some of that stuff in the old days, right? Not necessarily with Bionano so much, but you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Running up before the catalyst actually happens. I think they were fearful of that, and I think that likely would have happened if the shorts had not pounced so far. And I also think that if the Russell 3000 Index Edition, if it's going to be a ton of shares being bought like it should be, right? We know it's going to be a lot of shares, okay? It should, at 99% sure, it should be a huge amount of shares, millions of shares at the minimum, probably. It is weighted by market cap, so Bionano should be taking a fair amount of shares. $90 billion, is what they're throwing in terms of total buying and selling, according to one article. So on average, so there's a high chance that we're getting a lot of shares here. This could be the event, even right now, even if in the other event that I was talking about, right? If shorts didn't do it, and we already had pre-anticipatory running, maybe that could be even bigger. But in this scenario, where what we're actually dealing with, right? In reality, we've gone down so much, which makes it even more auspicious to buy by this event. So, maybe bull case, maybe we do see some nice, some good price action, right? We do see some nice sea of green, some green walls, some sea of green on the time and sales, and we see some freaking bullish price action, and we actually do break out this freaking descending wedge that has been brutal for a while now. We're going to go over the technical analysis now. So I want to look at the daily, right? The 21 SMA on the daily, the simple moving average, the 21-day, right? Middle Bollinger Band, otherwise known as. We held above that. And one thing that I love about today is that not only that, right, we held above that moving average, which means you're still in an uptrend. We also formed a doji candle yesterday, which is like, kind of indecision, kind of trend reversal potentially, right? Giving the buyers in this case a chance to come in and say, all right, we're done with this downtrend. It's time to start going up. That's exactly what the buyers came in and did today. All right, we were up 2% on the day. Up 1.68% on the day, and that's what we closed at the day, right? This was not the best candle, right? I would have loved if we could have closed like 7:30 or 7:40, so we could actually form this into a hammer. That would be great. Not what happened, but you can't complain. I also want to look at the 4-hourly here and talk about the price action and the actual chart pattern. Let me maximize this for you so you can see more. Okay, let me get rid of this price chart. This is outdated. Okay, there's a descending level of resistance and a descending level of support. What does this mean? This is a descending wedge, descending triangle. Well, no, not this. Well, it looks like it is a triangle. I guess technically it's not a descending triangle. I almost said that. No, it's a descending wedge here. And these are your touch points. Okay, very clear. If we draw a price chart, and this actually is a bullish chart pattern, believe it or not. If the prior move is bullish, this is a bullish price. This is a bullish chart pattern, right? If we draw a price chart, this is one way to draw a price chart. This is how I would draw at least. Okay, draw it up however you want. If you disagree with me, let's say we were to break out of this next week. I don't know. Let's say, well, no, on the 25th. Okay, here. Let's say we were to break out right here. Okay. Price target is 840. Okay, simple as it gets. All right, it's a bullish chart pattern, and it's consolidation after a run-up, right? That's as simple as it gets. So, am I saying we're going to moon? No, I just want to tell you the facts, and those are the facts, okay? I want to look at the Supertrend on the daily and the SAR on the daily as well. You're in bullish territory with the SAR, or otherwise, rather with the Supertrend, and then you're bearish on the SAR, okay? Supertrend is bullish, SAR is bearish on the daily. On the 4-hourly, however, you're bearish on both of them, okay? And on the stochastic indicator on the 4-hourly, you're actually bullish, and you have plenty of room to go. So I know it's like, Brandon, what the hell? There's so many conflicting indicators. What do we trust here? Well, just take it, okay, you make your own decision, but I would say there's more. I would say if the markets go up tomorrow, yeah, I think we are due for a correction in the upwards direction, to be honest with you. I've been wrong a lot this week on my Bionano predictions, but I still think it's likely that we do get a correction in the upwards direction. It doesn't make sense for Bionano to be $1 less than Nano Dimension. It makes 0 sense in my opinion. High growth did fairly well today, and Bionano really didn't do that much. Right? If you look at the watch list here, it really didn't do much. So I would not be surprised. Like, look at this, okay? Look at this, 7% in Nano Dimension. Are you kidding me? What did Nano Dimension do to earn 7%? Nothing. Okay, Bionano has had insane catalysts that no one gives a shit about, right? No one gives a rat's ass about. Okay, it gives you a buying opportunity, but it also tells you that we're likely to get a freaking upwards correction if high growth gives us a chance to, right? And mark my words, okay? Sell right now if you don't know what you're doing, right? I have to say it. If you don't understand the risks, you know them, and here's one risk, right? High growth goes down tomorrow, markets go down tomorrow, Bionano will go down tomorrow. Yeah, the markets, sometimes you don't go green every day, guys. Stocks only go up. Not really, okay? That's Wall Street Bets fantasy land, but it's funny, right? But anyways, know what you're doing, know what you hold, and you'll be fine. I think you'll be fine if you know what you're doing, right? With that being said, I will also look at the RSI on the daily. All right, you're in pretty neutral territory, right? You got an RSI cooldown. You pretty much got rejected perfectly at 70. Now you're chilling out in neutral. So, but okay, you're neutral. You got room to go. So that's what I'll leave you with for the indicators. We can go over a ton of indicators, guys. There's nothing else that's going to give you groundbreaking news. I would say, as far as indicators that we just kind of covered, the stochastic indicator on the 4-hourly is the one that I'm most closely watching, because it just, right now, I really think that this may be, look right here, okay? You hit 30, you went up, you got rejected at neutral, you went down, getting rejected, and then boom, okay? Boom, and then the uptrend started, okay? I think this could be a similar situation right here, because you've hit oversold a couple times, just like before, right? You hit oversold twice before, and then you went, and then right now we hit oversold twice, and now it's the third time, and we're starting to go up. And I like our setup as far as fundamentals, but the markets, the only thing that scares me is that the markets and the high growth does not give us a chance to go up. Anyways, with that being said, I'll show you the portfolio, and I will get out of here. So that's the whole portfolio. That's the entire account. Okay, there's the total history. I try to do my very best in honesty and transparency. And one of the things that we always do is show the portfolio so you actually know, you can believe what I'm saying, right? Richard Allen, dead inside, even trades, I think, does this. None of these guys say they're so bullish on the companies. Nothing against them. I like these guys. I like especially trades. I like these guys. They don't fucking show you the portfolio. How do you know they mean what they say if they don't actually show you their investments? You don't know. And that's what sucks about YouTube. That's what sucks about these guys. They're great. I love them. But, that sucks about them, all right? I don't know. I'm not saying I'm better than them. I'm just saying I don't know why you wouldn't show their portfolio. You don't know. I mean, if you don't know somebody's investing history, or at least what they're investing in right now, how can you? I don't know. That's just my opinion. Okay, how can you know? How can you know they're actually truthful? You don't know. That's a fact for you. All right. Anyways, with that means they could just be making money with you, running 5 ads a video, asking for likes, Weeble links, and you don't even know if they believe what they're saying. Anyways, with that being said, okay, that's a little bit cynical. These guys are good guys. There's a lot of good ones. Trades. Zip Trader. Those are the two. Okay, I kind of lost my respect for Dead Side, to be honest with you. Nothing against him, but those two are very good YouTubers that I respect a lot. Anyways, that being said, thank you all so much. This is not financial advice. I will see you all in the next one.